The mysterious smoke still rises in the distance. You can't stop thinking about it. It could be your only chance to find help. Or it could be leading you into danger. You only have one way to find out. You take one last look at your shelter. You might not return before sunset. You grab your handmade spear. You pack a fresh coconut for the journey. Then you begin walking toward the smoke. Every step takes you farther from safety. The jungle becomes thicker with every minute. Sunlight barely reaches the forest floor. The smoke is still visible through the trees. Whatever lies ahead, you're getting closer. The air grows warmer as you move deeper into the jungle. You notice fresh footprints in the soft mud. They don't belong to you. Someone else has been here. Your heartbeat becomes louder than the jungle itself. You decide to follow the trail. Every step feels heavier than the last. Then you hear branches snapping ahead. You immediately hide behind a massive tree. Something is moving just beyond the trees. You hold your breath. The movement suddenly stops. Only silence remains. Slowly, you step forward. The footprints continue. They lead toward the smoke. The smell of burning wood grows stronger. Someone definitely made that fire. You tighten your grip on the spear. Then, you finally see a small clearing ahead. You carefully step into the clearing. The fire is still burning. But no one is there. Whoever made it left only moments ago. The ashes are still warm. You notice a handmade fishing net. Someone has survived here for quite some time. This isn't just a temporary camp. Suddenly, you hear footsteps behind you. You are no longer alone. A figure slowly steps out of the trees. You freeze. The stranger doesn't attack. Instead, they quietly raise one hand. It's a universal sign of peace. You slowly lower your weapon. Neither of you says a word. The silence feels endless. Then the stranger points toward the ocean. Something is waiting there. You decide to trust the stranger. Together, you head toward the coast. Neither of you speaks. Only the sound of waves grows louder. The trees suddenly give way to an open beach. Something enormous lies on the shore. It's the wreck of a small fishing boat. It didn't survive the storm, but parts of it are still useful. This discovery could change everything. You rush toward the wreck. Every piece could be valuable. You search through the broken remains. Most of the supplies are ruined. But not everything was lost. You carefully open the container. Inside, you find a working flashlight. There is also a small emergency whistle. Hope returns once again. Maybe this island hasn't defeated you after all. The stranger suddenly points to the sand. Half buried beneath the sand is a weathered backpack. You carefully pull it free. The zipper is stiff with salt and sand. It finally opens Most of the contents have been ruined by seawater. But one small notebook survives. You slowly turn the first page. The handwriting is faded, but still readable. Someone left behind a story. The first page begins with a date. It was written several years ago. The writer was stranded here alone. Their story sounds painfully familiar. They searched for food, water, and shelter, just like you. Then, one sentence makes you stop reading. It says, "Never go to the northern cliffs." No explanation follows. Only those 6 words remain. You exchange a worried glance with the stranger. You read the warning one more time. Neither of you knows what it means. The stranger quietly nods toward the north. The cliffs stand high above the ocean. They seem impossible to climb. You decide not to rush. Preparation could save your life. Tomorrow will be another long journey. Tonight, you return to camp. Tomorrow, the island may reveal another secret. Morning arrives with a new sense of purpose. You pack only the essentials. The notebook never leaves your side. The warning echoes in your mind. Yet curiosity is stronger than fear. Together, you leave the camp behind. The trail becomes steeper with every step. The sound of crashing waves grows louder. The northern cliffs are finally within reach. Then you notice something impossible. A metal radio tower rises above the cliffs. It looks abandoned. But someone must have built it. Maybe this island was never truly deserted. Every answer seems to reveal a new mystery. You walk toward the rusted entrance. The door is slightly open. Neither of you remembers leaving it that way. Someone may still be inside. You tighten your grip on the flashlight. One careful step. Another. A strange sound echoes from above. You are definitely not alone. What waits at the top could change your fate forever. Would you climb to the top or turn back now? Find out what happens next in episode 3.